Hello, I'm Patrick Linnell with CattleFax Closing Bell. This episode of the Closing Bell is sponsored by VitaFirm. The VitaFirm Gain Smart Stalker program provides a 1-2-3 punch to get calves eating and staying healthy. It includes 2 products to jumpstart appetite and a line of vitamin and mineral supplements with the AnaFirm Advantage that promotes healthy and economically produced pounds. Learn more at vitafirm.com. The fed cattle market continued to trade in a sideways pattern this week, with trade occurring at $124 per hundredweight on a live basis for the 4th week in a row. It was a rough week for the live cattle futures complex, as a sharp break on Thursday broke individual contracts to their lowest levels since November. A number of factors likely contributed to the break, including a stagnant cash market, a sluggish beef complex, the market continuing to digest the U.S.-China trade deal, as well as an overall risk-off attitude as equities and commodities suffered due to the uncertainty around the coronavirus. Looking to next week, a steady market to slightly weaker is expected depending on the futures and packer appetite. Narrower packing margins and seasonally tighter fed cattle supplies have resulted in most Saturday slaughter days being removed. This will give the packing industry a less aggressive appetite, which will continue to be a price-limiting factor in the short term. Into the spring, another leg up in the fed cattle market into a spring high is still anticipated as beef prices and packer demand begin to pick up with the approach of spring grilling demand. Feeder cattle futures also suffered this week, with roughly $5 losses for the spring feeder contracts and $3 to $4 losses for the summer and fall contracts. The cash feeder market fared slightly better, but still averaged lower for the week. Cash feeder cattle ranged from mostly $3 lower to $2 higher, depending on weight and region. Both cash and futures for the feeder cattle could continue to struggle until March. The feeder cattle will need to see stability in the deferred live cattle contracts in order to gain any footing in the near term. The calf market, on the other hand, remains in an uptrend for lighter weight cattle that could be eligible for summer and spring grazing programs. Prices were firmer this week as several key regions of the country have received moisture, supporting calf demand. And meanwhile, market cows were $1 to $4 per hundredweight higher for the week. Thanks for watching, and remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member and receive the latest market news and analysis.